Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's DSC workshop. Today, we'll be teaching you how to build a action with Google's Assistant on using one of the CodeLabs by Google developers. It's pretty much Actions on Google is the platform we're using, which allows you to create software to extend functionality from a Google Assistant, which is Google's virtual assistant. So it comes on things like their smart speakers, their TVs, Google Home Minis, and so on. We can use Actions at Google to make effective conversational experiences and make fun things. So this CodeLab is going to introduce these beginner concepts for making our actions. So today we'll be building a conversational action that allows users to start a conversation, and we'll explain kind of how that goes with either name or a greeting. And then once you're in a conversation, the action will follow up with some follow-up questions, like in the CodeLab it's explaining that in their demo, they went over favorite color, and then if it's provided, they ask for a lucky number, and then so on. So yeah, we'll be kind of doing a quick demo of that, but before that, we'll be kind of introducing how the actions work with their architecture and how they respond to requests. So let's go into that. Okay, so the first thing is you might be wondering is, these actions are great, but how do we make sure that they work? Normally it's typical to start a conversation, like, oh, hey Google, what's this, or something like, and then Google normally responds. It's a two-way conversation, and that actually works uniquely in a way that the actions pretty much are like in this diagram explain like the responses and the requests here. So whenever your user input says something, there's an HTTP request that's happening with the action. And it pretty much pulls from that, and with the AI and so on. So each of these actions isn't run in the cloud, and pretty much that's where it's collecting it. And there's always a process or fulfillment that will happen when you're processing that action. And your device will be sending that HTTP request there. And then once it has a response, it will be sending the assistant a fulfillment service via the post requests, which kind of sends like the conversation response. And then, yeah, so pretty much, and then your fulfillment figures will send a response that sends back to the assistant and then returns to you. So that diagram pretty much explains it. It's kind of like if you've learned the HTTP types of requests, you got your request and then your response, your input goes into a request, and then on the back end, the action will kind of handle that. And then once there's a response ready from the action, it'll send. All right, yeah. Yeah, and then here's a quick image of how this Google Assistant actions work with the user's input and then the Google Assistant's actions. So now we're going to jump into a quick demo, and I'll pass it off to Sagar to help us set up with a lovely demo on how to make your first action. And you can follow along here if you pull up the CodeLabs. We'll have the link in the description. So take it away, Sagar.
All right, so thanks, Sam, for the tutorial. Let's go ahead and move on to the project. So once you go into the action console, which will include the link down below, you should probably not be able to do anything except create a new project. So that's what we're going to do right now, is create a new project. Agree to terms of services. In this case, we're going to choose a project name, so we'll call it DSC tutorial. Actually, let's call it action tutorial. Okay, so get these options, we'll go custom. And then we're going to do blank project. And by the way, if you want to deploy this to your Google Home or any form of app, any device that you have, then includes a Google Assistant. If you want to deploy that action to them, it does cost money, but luckily Google Cloud does provide 300 credits free for the first 90 days. So you can go ahead and sign up for it. You do have to require to put your information down, and it's up to you if you want to do that or not, but if you like to implement it to a actual device, it does cost money for it. But for this scenario, what we're going to do is just use the web version. We're just going to show you the basics of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So here we are at the starting phase. We have overview, develop, test, deploy, and analytics. Overview is just the overview of your application. Develop is actually where we're going to be spending most of our time on. Testing is the second place we're spending most of our time on. Deploy is the deployment version that I already explained earlier, where we have to use Google Cloud credit for it. And analytics is just the amount of time that this is actually being used by other users. So if you want to test that out, that option is right there available for you guys. So what we're going to do is click Edit Main Invocation Handling. And here we're going to be given the main invocation. From here, we're going to be showing this is basically the area just like how it works. So this is where we're including our phrase responses. We're going to include basically command prompts, like yes or no, for example. So right now we'll be just showing the main thing. So this is the starting area. So what we're going to do is to change the speech. Let's go ahead and change it to welcome to the tutorial. So we're not going to do anything else except that. So we're going to click save. And to test this, once the saves, we'll test it out. So once you do that, go to test, you go to talk to my test app.
Okay, getting the test version of my test app. Welcome to the tutorial.
And that's it. So as of right now, we haven't included anything else except it's just going to say, okay, getting to the test version of the test app. Welcome to the tutorial. That's all we enable to this. So we're going to have to include a start function. We're going to have to include some command prompts. And then from there, let's go back to the edit. And then from there, we're going to have it basically talking to us. So what they're going to do, let's say in this scenario, what we're going to do is, welcome to the tutorial, would you like some advice? Then we're going to click yes or no. So if you click yes, it will give you an advice. If you click no, then it was understandable, have a nice day. So what we're going to do in this scenario, where it says end conversation. So if you notice when we're creating the tutorial or when we show the test, basically, it didn't even ask for a question. It didn't ask for anything else. It just straight up ended it. So we're going to actually make it actually ask something. So over here, we're going to add the start function. From there, it'll click transition to start. Okay, so then now we're at under on enter, click this plus button. Oh, there it is. And then you click send prompt. So here we're going to include the question. We're going to include this question. Would you like some advice? Question mark. So click save. And then just to test this out, we're going to go ahead and go under test. So from this scenario, it should just end the conversation. There's really not much more to it than that. So let's go ahead and quickly test it. You don't need to do this, just skip it. So it's going to save everything real quick. So this might take some time. Okay, so let's go ahead and test it real quickly. So we're going to go ahead and click talk to my test app.
Okay, getting the test version of my test app. Welcome to the tutorial. Would you like some advice?
And there you go. So we were able to give it some advice. So we're now, it's at the questioning phase where it's going to ask our user input. But we still have to create the user input itself. So we're going to go under over here. We'll go back to the edit. Okay, so now we know that it physically works. Now we're going to add some command prompts to this. So what we're going to do is go to the start transition. From the start transition, if on enter, what would you do if you had basically nothing? You'll click send prompts. So basically, let me go ahead and just remove this real quickly. You go to plus, edit on enter. Right over here, it should be a random blue line or blue prompt. It'll say send prompts. And that was the question that we put earlier. Would you like some advice? Like some advice. So click save. So there's a send prompt. But now we're going to have to include like a yes or no command. So if I said yes, it will send an advice. If I press no, it would just say understandable, have a nice day. So what we're going to do is send a prompt from this scenario. So send prompt. We should be able to select the intent. So we're going to add yes. You should be given an option of yes, no, or maybe. If not, all you do is from here, you should just be able to click yes to this, I believe. From here, we'll include the advice, Titans reach higher. And then before we do anything else, in that transition, we would press end conversation. Just because from there, it won't ask you to fill anything else. You should be able to just end the conversation itself. Let's press save. And then we're going to add one more for now. So in here, selecting the intent, you can just type, or actually it'll be under general, just now. And then from here, we'll have it send the prompt. And then from this scenario, let's put understandable. Have a nice day. As I can't spell. And then that also will end the conversation. Click save. And now, since both of them are already enabled, we should just go under test. And let's test this bad boy out. So now we'll enable everything. And it's a good time to be able to let everyone know. So please like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and if you would like to join our Discord server, you're more than welcome to. The link is down in the description below. Check us out at dsc-csuf.com. And yeah, we'll be happy to have you guys in our family. So let's go and test it out. Talk to the test app.
Okay, let's get the test version of my test app. Welcome to the tutorial. Would you like some advice?
So then over here, we'll start saying yes. So if I say yes.
Titans reach higher.
And then let's say we want to do this again. So we'll cancel this, go to talk to my test app again.
Okay, getting the test version of my test app. Welcome to the tutorial. Would you like some advice?
And here we'll just put no.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
And that's pretty much the basics of this application. So just for the basics that we're just showing you how to be able to first send a welcome response. So just let the people know, hey, welcome to the tutorial. We added a suggestion prompt, so it would ask a person if they want advice or not. And then we were able to show you guys how to use command prompts of yes and no. And that's pretty much the basics of this application.
And that's the end of our video. I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you guys for not only watching our videos, whether live or later on, but also taking part in being active in our Discord server. It really does mean a lot to not only me, but the rest of the board members. It was really great to know everybody. It was really great to help you guys out no matter what our situation is. And yeah, again, really appreciative and thank you guys so much. To those of you guys are graduating this semester or staying at Cal State Fullerton, we at the Developer Student Club wish nothing but the best for everyone. I would also like to take this time to point out that board positions will be opening up soon. So if you'd like to take part of our organization next semester, you're more than welcome to. We have positions opening up shortly. But again, on behalf of the Developer Student Club, thank you guys so much. I know I've been saying that a lot, but we really, really, really do appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, share this video with a friend. Check us out on our Discord server. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And again, I said it again. I'll keep saying it. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, this has been your technical lead Sagar Joshi. I'm signing out. Have a great summer, everybody. Good luck on your futures. See you soon.
Stepping like a weapon on the field to get some. On the real, we appear to get gone. Victory is ours, bring the chip home. Galactic, and I'm looking to get more. Raise it up, seen but you don't know. Running like the blood, pumping from the pressure of adrenaline rush. We crush whatever we touch. Where you been, y'all? Everyone know.